y'all, I'm back with act 2 of my makeup video. I went ahead and put this on earlier, and I really like this color. Excuse me. But I wanted to do the silver today because obviously I'm wearing a gray, white, outfit. So I'm going to take this off, even though it's very beautiful. I really like it. Gorgeous color. I'm going to take it off because I want to do the silver. Oh, it's so pretty though, but it just doesn't match what I'm wearing, and y'all know how I am. Everything has to match. My earrings have to match my shirt, my necklace has to match my shirt, my hair thing has to match my shirt, my shoes have to match my clothes, my eyeshadow has to match the color of my shirt or the color of my headband or something. So, I'm a matching fool. So, we are going to do the silver color because that's, like I said, that's what I wanted to do to begin with. So we are going to see how that one looks. I don't know if I should put some concealer on my eyelids to kind of get it to stick a little bit. I'll put like the tiniest little bit because it is that like chunky glitter stuff, so I might need a little bit of stickiness. And this is like the 16-hour concealer, so it definitely has some stickiness to it. I'm just gonna rub it in with my finger. I don't think I need anything more than that. So here in a little bit, my kid found the water balloons. I forgot we even had them. Bought them like 2 summers ago, and I put them up on the fridge because she kept getting into them. And she saw them up there last night and was like, "What is that?" I was like, "Those are water balloons." So now she's been bugging the shit out of me about them. So after this, I'm going to help them blow them all up. They're in like this bomb thing. It's really cool. It looks like a grenade. And then it's got like a little spigot on it. You fill the grenade with water, and then you put the balloon on the little spigot, and then you pump it, and it blows up the water balloon. It's pretty cool. So we gonna do that, and I'll probably film that too. And yeah, I might put that on like a private video though. Leave a comment and let me know if I should put that on like a link only kind of video, or should I just upload it. I don't know. I mean, they're not going to be like, they're going to have their bathing suits. Or I might just make them wear like shorts and a shirt or something. Like something they don't mind getting wet so that I can share it, So yeah, like I said, I'm going to use this chunky glittery silver right here. I was thinking about doing this color in the front and then this color in the back, but I think I'm just going to do the whole lid this. But it sucks though, because then I don't know what I'm going to do in the crease, because I don't really want to do the glittery black. That's a little bit much. But we shall see how it goes. I'm trying to figure out whether I should use a brush or my finger. Yes, Autumn. I don't know why she's knocking. Every time she hears me talking, she's like, "Oh, let's go pester Mom." Okay, so let's see if I should do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do it on a brush, like a wet brush, because that's not really working out. So, like I said, for these kind of colors, I do get my brush wet, because you almost gotta like, I don't know, because they're kind of almost like jelly kind of consistency. It's not, but it is. Like, if you push on it, it's like, I don't know, it's really weird to describe how it is, but getting it wet is like the easiest way to work with it, in my opinion. It's pretty. It's pretty. It's not as glittery as I thought it was going to be. But I also think that whenever you do it this way, it does like hold some of the glittery parts into the brush. I think that like chunky glitters kind of get stuck in there. Which I ain't too mad about. Because sometimes the chunky glitters will make it look kind of patchy. But I also think that you can build this up. There's some of the glitters. Maybe I just didn't have enough on my brush. This is definitely a packing eyeshadow. You definitely just gotta like pack it on. If you want it to be pretty, not noticeable, but you know what I'm saying. So anyways, let's get to chatting. So what do y'all think about MFW going on this, like, you know, drama community rant? Like, she's just been talking about everybody, hadn't she? I haven't been watching her, but I've been seeing clips. I just haven't been watching her because it just, like, at a point, like, some people love watching a train wreck, and I'm guilty of that as well. You know, I used to watch her a lot, especially whenever she, like, because, like, I stopped watching her for a long time when she stopped doing, like, the drama lives. And then I started watching her again when she got with Steven, because that's whenever she started getting, like, real crazy. And I started watching her again for a while, and then just recently, like, it just has not been something I want to watch. Like, I just don't want to see her falling apart, because you know what? I could make all the comments I want to about her addiction and her alcohol abuse, and I could call her a drunk and a pillhead and everything else. And I was just talking to my girls earlier about this. And I think we're going to go live tomorrow. Do a little in-house action. So if you guys want to watch that, it'll be over on Irish Dragon Lady's channel, where it's always at. And if we do it, it'll probably be around like 2 o'clock. That's usually when we go for. So keep an eye out for that. But anyways, it's like I was telling them earlier. And I wasn't even talking about MFW whenever I was saying this. I was actually talking about something else. So it's funny because it applies to this though too. So I hate it whenever I see people here in the drama community, or any community, because this person isn't even in this drama community that I was talking about. I hate it whenever I see people that have almost the exact same problems talking about other people's issues. Okay, so like people who have addiction issues themselves, calling somebody a pillhead or a drunk or a cokehead or a basehead or anything like that. Whatever you want to say. And I have made comments about Miss fucking Wonderful and her alcoholism or whatever, but it wasn't to make fun of her. I don't think I've ever made. I mean, maybe I have, but in general, I usually do not pick on people's addictions, because who the fuck am I? I am a goddamn junkie myself. Just because I have 8 years clean does not make me any better. Because you know what? Whenever I start to forget where I was 8 years ago, and whenever I start to think I'm better, is whenever my addiction could creep up and make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? Like, the moment I start to think I'm better than anybody else struggling with addiction, because that's something I'll struggle with forever. I will never be above it. I am an addict. I have an addict brain. And I will forever struggle with it, with addiction. Just because I'm not using doesn't mean I'm not struggling with addiction. Because any addict knows that we will always struggle with it. It will always be a part of our lives. It will always be something that we will have to fight daily. Forever. So I don't think it's cute whenever somebody that struggles with addiction themselves makes fun of somebody with addiction, or somebody that has issues with, oh, I don't know, like, okay, so say you're I don't want to make this personal because I don't want to make it like I'm talking about anybody in particular, but like, just don't talk about other people if you have those exact skeletons in your own closet, is what I'm saying. So, anyways, I try not to talk about her addiction too much, but the whole train wreck and addiction and all that with her, it just kind of got like, I don't. A train wreck is always entertaining, but I don't want to watch her kill herself. I just don't. It just doesn't look fun to me. It doesn't seem entertaining. So I just stopped watching. But I did see a bunch of clips, and apparently she's been talking about everybody in the drama community. She's bringing up Randy. She's bringing up Wendy. She's bringing up Diane. She's bringing up Mama Beth. She's bringing up Pam. She's bringing up, I mean, everybody. She's saying that Pam is the one that called CPS on Savage. That was one of my questions. Do y'all believe that Pam is the one that called CPS, or do you think that Katie is? Because Pam's saying that if Randy was truthful, that she would say that it was Katie. But Katie's saying that if Randy was being truthful, that there was a phone call and it was mentioned that that Pam wanted to call CPS because she had something on Savage, and they were both like, we don't want to be a part of this. First off, I'm sorry, but I do not believe that Katie wouldn't want to be a part of that. She hates Savage with a burning passion, and for her to say, that's not my style. You called an 80-year-old man in the middle of the night to ask him about his granddaughter being raped, to see if it was a lie. That's not your style. Bitch, please. You forget that some of us have been here for a long time, and we know the shit that you're about. We know what you're about, Katie. The people that are in your community now might not know what you're about, but we do. And you can't fool us. So I'm not going to say that Pam wasn't involved, because I think they were both involved. Honestly, I think they were both in on it. Who actually made the call? I don't know. But if Katie didn't make the call herself, I can guarantee you she was rooting Pam on for making the call and saying, yeah, do it, but didn't want to get her hands dirty herself. That's the only way I can see her not being the one to make the call, because she didn't want to get her hands dirty. But I can guarantee you that she was rooting on the process, which is just horrible. When are we gonna learn, like, to not go that low? Like, calling CPS on each other, calling the cops on each other, calling for welfare checks on each other. Now, I will say, of course, there are always exceptions to that, because of course there has been a few times where it needed to happen. There was a woman that was beating her kids on stream. That needed to happen. Those kids were not safe, clearly. So I'm not talking about that kind of situation. I'm talking about situations where you have no proof that there's anything going on. You have no, other than not liking the person, you have nothing. That shit's just wrong. I really don't want to use, like, a black in my crease. That's the problem that I'm having right now. Like, there's a glittery black right there, and then there's a matte black right here, but I don't want to use a black in my crease, really. I don't want to go ooh. I don't know about using water in this palette. I'll say that. Because it, like, sucked the water right up in there. Which, I mean, that's not surprising because I believe this is cardboard, so obviously that's, but I didn't even think about it because usually with my other palettes, they don't have a lot of room in between, like, so there's not like a big space in between, so you don't really even think about it. But this one's got like almost like padding, cushioning type of stuff in between because there's bigger spaces in between. So yeah, if you're going to use water with this type of palette, just be careful. But yeah, I just am so amazed that we still just haven't got it, that calling CPS and calling welfare checks and calling funeral homes and calling jobs and calling even family members and, you know, people that know your enemy or whatever you want to call it. It's wrong and it should not be happening. Should have never happened to begin with. But people just aren't getting it. Man, I really didn't. Oh, okay, so this black has a lot of fallout. I'll say that. Oh, I really don't want to get that in my white. But I did dig in it. I didn't dig in it, but I did like tap in it a good little bit. So there's a lot there. It's not as dark as what I thought it was going to be, so that's good. No, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to come out like, but I think the matte black is the one that's going to be like crazy dark. So that's alright. But yeah, oh, and so then Katie is now calling Wendy a predator, and I watch Wendy V's like little compilation stream that she did of Miss Fucking Wonderful Saga. That was pretty cute. Of how it all played out basically, and what Miss Fucking Wonderful is saying is that it's okay that she said that because Wendy was making fun of her giving her father a lap dance, and that it was just payback for Wendy saying that. But you did do that. You literally did do that on stream in front of everybody. Like, that wasn't a lie. You did that. That's the difference. You have no proof of Wendy doing anything like that. But there is video proof of you doing what they were talking about. So it's kind of like a completely different situation there. You can't just make up shit out of thin air and call somebody a predator. With you though, it wasn't that far of a stretch to think. I mean, I'm not saying that you are, anybody is, incestuous with their father. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying that it's not nearly as far-fetched because you were, in fact, giving your father a good little grinding on your live stream in front of everybody. So I don't know how you can't see how that would be a little, how people could get that a little confused there, because you did do that. You did that. Wendy has never even had her family member on a live stream. So how in the world could you get that other than pulling it out of thin air? And that's exactly what happened. Pulling it out of thin air. I don't know if I'm liking this look. I wish I would have went with the first look. I don't know about it. I really like these colors, but they kind of like flake off because of that glitter in them. And now it's all over my face. I should have put some powder down because now I have silver glitter all over my face. Usually I don't have this problem. Usually I don't like it's not I don't regret the look that I'm doing. Like, now I wish I would have just went with that pink look. You know what? It's happening. Because I don't like this. I don't have a good crease color. I know the silver's kind of coming off a little bit. So we are just going to pretend that this never happened. We're going to go back to the pink and pretend that this little situation never happened. Never happened. I rip my makeup wipes into little pieces by how much I think I'm going to use. Because I don't like to waste them. Because I know that these shits aren't good for the environment. So I try to rip as small of a piece as I think that I could possibly use. And try to use a small piece. Because I don't want to, you know, use more than what I need. And usually at nighttime, like, I'll use these for like little fix-ups for makeup. And then at nighttime I'll use my reusable makeup wipe. I've got this one. I've got like a small circle one just like this one. I've got a pink circle one. I've got a few of them. So I try to use those as much as possible, but like in the middle of makeup, if it's messing up, I'll use like a small little, I think this is like a quarter of a makeup wipe, or no, it's like a fifth of a makeup wipe because they unfold. So, yeah, no. Arm stained. Okay, so we is gonna do that first look over again because I just liked it better. It didn't match my outfit, but I just liked it, so we're gonna do that. Go back in with this little pinky looking color.